For the last several years, it seems like the standard operating procedure in Hollywood, since they're so creatively bankrupt, is to take something that was popular, that was successful, an IP, a franchise, a character, whatever, and use activist writers to push a woke agenda. Of course, the fans see this, the fans say, wow, this isn't what we want, this looks like crap. The studios call the fans bigots, they call them racist, they call them sexist, and then lo and behold, this thing comes out and it's a complete and total failure. Rinse and repeat over and over. Well, finally, it looks like we're seeing enough of these failures that the studios are starting to panic. We've seen it with Disney removing so much content from Disney Plus that was a massive failure for them, including the Woke Willow series, not just canceling future seasons, but removing it from the streaming service to get a tax write-off. It looks like we're seeing the exact same thing happen when it comes to Paramount Plus. It was only a few months ago, this was in the headlines, Grease gets a woke prequel series with marginalized lead characters, queer and anti-racist plot lines. Yes, Grease, but this time let's focus on the women, let's focus on racism, and let's make a bunch of them lesbians. I'm sure that will do great. Well, here's the headline today. Woke Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies, canceled after one season, will be removed from Paramount Plus, and it's not just that. Grease, Star Trek Prodigy, Queen of the Universe, and The Game canceled and being removed from Paramount Plus. This is the same thing that we saw from Disney Plus not that long ago when they were trying to desperately save $1.5 to $1.8 billion in essentially tax incentives by taking these things off the platform because they're performing so poorly. That's now what we're seeing with Paramount Plus. And obviously, when you look at the 4 things they've listed, there's going to be more in the future. But you have the Woke Grease series, you have Star Trek, which again, new Star Trek gets destroyed by pretty much everyone with the exception of Star Trek Picard Season 3. It seemed like a lot of people did enjoy that. And then a drag queen singing competition. Wow, I wonder why these things didn't perform well. I wonder why these things couldn't get anyone fucking watching. How fucking pathetic. It's almost like you can predict these things. It's almost like when we saw the preview for this Grease series come out 5 months ago, it got destroyed. It got ratioed because this is not a story. This is not a show that anyone wanted. And sure enough, no one fucking wants it. So, Paramount Plus comes out. They make this announcement. They say, hey, we think it's best for the company to cancel these things and remove them from Paramount Plus going forward. We know some people like them, but we're doing this for the better of the company. Of course, the people that were creating this, the people involved in this atrocity, were not very happy about that. Pink Ladies creator Annabelle Oakes posted a desperate message to her Instagram stories, blasting the studio's decision. In a particularly brutal move, it's also being removed from Paramount Plus next week, and unless it finds a new home, you'll no longer be able to watch it anywhere. The cast, my creative partners, and I are all devastated at the complete erasure of our show. It's funny that when this stuff comes out, you never have anyone, any of these creators, whether it's Willow, whatever, all of them say, we just have such a big fan base, but they ignore the fact that the vast majority of people out there fucking rejected it, that they didn't want it, that they despised it, that they weren't interested in it. This show's a failure, just like so many of these shows that are created from this woke agenda perspective end up being complete and total flops. And instead of acknowledging their failure, instead of acknowledging that no one wants to watch it, that they're losing, but studios are losing money by continuing to invest money in projects like this, they say, I can't believe the studio did this. They're erasing it all. It's so brutal for all the people that worked on it. Well, you know what? This show, for anyone that tried to watch it, probably was pretty fucking brutal for them too. You got to think of the fans. You got to think of the audience. But more so than anything else, it's obvious that streaming is really starting to be a problem for so many of these studios out there, whether it's Warner Brothers, whether it's Disney, whether it's Paramount Plus. A lot of these companies out there are realizing that the streaming game is not all that everyone made it out to be. Some of these companies are losing massive amounts of money on streaming, specifically looking at something like Disney Plus, averaging nearly $1 billion loss per quarter on streaming. And the first things to go is all the woke fucking garbage that no one watches. That was the case for Paramount Plus. I'm sure we're going to see more of this in the future as things continue to get worse for Hollywood. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.